Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Band Together. My name is Paul Everts, and I am the founder of Band Together. It's been a long time. This is the first time I've recorded a video since the 6th of October, 2021. And I'm going to tell you why that happened. I hope that everything has gone well for your new year. I'm doing this from our home. It's Tuesday, the 18th of January. It's 8:34 in the morning. We're doing this from California. Why has it been since October the 6th, 2021? Well, because I was at a meeting with people. I'm a high school music teacher. Been doing it since July 1989. At this meeting, I was told that there's been several complaints, and we're going to talk about those complaints, Paul. And here's the thing about complaints right now and teachers. When I started this profession in 1989, we would have things called conferences. And when a student complained, a teacher met with the student, the parent, and the counselor. And we would have a conference. And this is what you did, and I don't like it. And okay, then I'm sorry, I didn't know that. And that's what the conference was. Well, now we don't have conferences anymore. These 5 complaints from a class or two. First time I ever heard the complaints was at this meeting that had district administrators and principal who's new, union, and I had no idea what anybody was talking about. So 2 of the 5 complaints I addressed. One was I said I love you to a student, and since July 3rd, 1989, I have said I love you probably literally thousands of times, thousands. Now in the year, again, this is October 2021, it's inappropriate. And the context is always important. So this kid was failing my guitar class, and I won't say the gender of the person. The kid, not doing well, not doing well. So I said to the kid, I'm gonna move you from John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, not because I'm mean, not because I hate you, no, because I love you. Well, you said it, didn't you, Paul? You said it, and that's just strange and that's unprofessional. Wow. So I'm gonna give you a directive. You can't say I love you to your students any longer. Wow. Okay. Let's talk about the other directive that concerns you. You to refrain from using social media. Hence the reason I haven't been on here since October the 6th. I don't care about your First Amendment rights. You're causing undue stress to yourself, to the principal, to the district. It's not good. It's too political and too controversial. So I don't care about your First Amendment rights. You need to refrain from using social media. And I went, oh, wow. So I can't say I love you and I can't use social media. So, okay. Right, okay. So October the 15th, that's a Friday afternoon, I met with the assistant superintendent of the school district and we went over all the complaints again. And, that led to a probationary day of, I think, 45 days. And he said, do you have anything you want to say? And it's about half an hour into the meeting. I said, sure. Union, are you taking notes? And because I haven't seen any notes from the union and haven't seen any notes really from the meetings. And union said, yeah, I'm taking notes. Okay, good. Well, first note is, I love God. Did you write that down? I wrote that down. Because that was one of the things I got in trouble for is that you said to your Pinecrest High School students, you love God. I did. And that you were here because God had you a purpose for you to be here. I said, I did. That's unprofessional conduct. Okay. I love my wife, Diana. Did you write that down? Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that I love my wife. All the I love yous, all the compliments, all the what I thought were pats on the back as far as words saying, hey, you look great today. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, I love you. I love my wife. There's 4 Greek words for love. C.S. Lewis. It's good. Anyway. And then finally, I said to the assistant superintendent, I'm going to retire. Did you write that down? Whoa, hey. You're going to retire? Paul, let's talk about that. Let's not, whoa, I think you need to go home. And I said to the assistant superintendent, I said, on the 6th of January, 6th of October, 9 days ago, I was told to do some soul searching. And I did. I've had 9 days to do soul searching. And I just don't fit what California public schools want any longer. I believe in content of character. I believe in personal responsibility for everyone's decisions and choices. I believe in true parent conferences, meaning that I believe in due process. There's just certain things that aren't there anymore, and or any longer, and I need to go. I'm crying. It's a profession that has been very kind to me, and I love it. And he was gracious. I told him, I said, well, I could resign the 1st of November, but I'm going to stay until the end of the semester. And after all the negative things he said about me, he actually said, that's the kind of character you have, Paul. You finish the job that you start. I knew you'd come through like that. Okay. So that's where I've been. I took the directives very seriously. I didn't do any blog. I didn't do videos. Didn't do my podcast. And so here I am on the 18th of January, and I'm back. I'm going to focus on leadership from now on the YouTube channel. On my blog, I'm going to talk about me as a person and my faith and my belief in Jesus Christ. And then on my podcast, we're working on the education. We're working on the imbalance of ethnic studies because I think there's an imbalance. So I'm part of the John Maxwell team. So we're going to now segue to the leadership because I have 8 minutes. We're going to work on this book. And I love John Maxwell. John Maxwell is my leadership guru. First, of course, is Jesus Christ, and then it's John Maxwell. John Maxwell has done wonderful things for me. I met John Maxwell back, I believe, in 2002 in Rockland, California. He just a dear man, and I'm going to do all I can to represent him. If you want me to come out and either coach you, train you, speak to you, and or a group that you're part of, I'm really good. Humbly so, I'm confident. We can do it based on a secular presentation or a sacred one. I can definitely use the Bible to help us get through these wonderful laws, and but yet these are really in a secular format. So please contact me. BAND 2 bandtogether at Comcast.net. So let's get going. We got 8-minute mark. The Law of the Lid, Chapter 1. And I'm not going to read everything to you because, again, it's boring, and I probably, I'm a good reader. But here we go. So, the Law of the Lid says, leadership ability determines a person's level of effectiveness. Dr. Maxwell often opens his leadership conferences by explaining the Law of the Lid because it helps people understand the value of leadership. If you can get a handle on this law, you will see the incredible impact of leadership on every aspect of life. So here it is. Here's the law. Leadership ability is the lid that determines a person's level of effectiveness. The lower an individual's ability to lead, the lower the lid on his potential or her potential. The higher the leadership, the greater the effectiveness. So to give you an example, if your leadership rates an 8, then your effectiveness can never be greater than a 7. If your leadership is only a 4, then your effectiveness will be no higher than a 3. Your leadership ability, for better or for worse, always determines your effectiveness and the potential impact of your organization. So basically, your organization, family, business, in my case, the band, the choir, the orchestra, it's going to reflect my ability to lead them. And I love it when he teaches the law of the lid. He'll say, here's the lid. This is you. Your group is going to be right here. It's never going to go higher than you. So when you go higher, your group goes higher. Therefore, I took it really literally that the more I know, the more they grow. The more I know, the more they grow. So I studied how to be a father. My father left us when I was 7. I didn't have a very good father. So therefore, I had to study. How do you do this fathering thing? I read books, man. Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We'll use him from time to time too, but mostly John Maxwell. I read my Bible. I found Jesus. I talked to fathers who were really good, who had great sons and daughters, saying, how do you do this job? Research, read, and then read, and read some more. Books. You got to have all kinds of books to go to. Authors such as John Maxwell, Stephen Covey, and if you're in the Christian world, Stephen Farrar, it's a good go-to. John Eldredge, it's a good go-to. Okay, so I'm talking for the men out there. Women, same thing. Find authors, read, listen to recordings. There's so much now. When I was 23 and started being a teacher, we barely had laptops. We didn't have a laptop computer. We didn't even have a tabletop. I mean, we're what are we? Chrome, green screens, whatever those are called. I don't even know. But we certainly didn't have what we have now. There is no reason for you not to get better except you don't want to get better. Okay? That's the bottom line. Your group is who you are. So therefore, as a teacher, I got frustrated because, these kids don't, no, they represent you, parents. Your kids are you. And when they aren't, that's the exception. Your students represent you. And I've had good students and bad students, and I've done a good job and a bad job. When we're doing this leadership training, understand that I bought these books for me because I need to improve. I am not perfect. I am far from perfect. I have plenty of parents and teachers and students that will tell you that. Yeah, I do all I can to be good. And I'm going to go from good to great. Another good book by Jim Collins, From Good to Great. So I hope this helps you a little bit. Again, this is today's chapter 1 is the law of the lid. And I'm getting to that right now. And the law of the lid simply states, one more time, leadership ability determines a person's level of effectiveness. And I hope this has been effective for you. It's good to be back. I want to thank all my students for everything they gave me. I want to let the students know who got frustrated with me. I did all I could for you. And I'm sorry I didn't live up to your view of a teacher. To all the parents, same thing. The parents that were on the Booster Club, the parents that, recognized how much I love their kids. I appreciate them. And again, the parents that can't stand me. Your choice, not mine. My high school chemistry teacher told me on the day I graduated from high school, June 1984, that's almost 40 years ago, he said to me, Paul, you're the kind of kid that if somebody doesn't like you, that's their fault. That's the kind of adult I am too. If you don't like me, that's your fault. I do all I can to begin with the end in mind. Every choice I make, I understand. It's with the end in mind. If you seek first to understand, then be understood. And finally, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I care about you. It's great to be back. And I hope this helps somebody. And if you want to help me do better productions, better sound, better lighting, let's get the team to grow. Because as the team grows, man, the message grows. And it's a good message. All right, everybody. I will see you hopefully next week. You want more information about how I can get out there and help you? Contact me. All right. Thanks a lot for your time. Bye.